Some books entertain us, some
Yeah,
books inspire us, and then there are certain books that arrive in our lives almost like a spiritual encounter. Books that don't speak to the mind but stir and whose words have touched countless seekers across the world. Not because he writes about spirituality as a concept, but because he writes from a place of lived experience, surrender, longing, and grace. Ruzbeh N Barucha is more than an author. He is a seeker, a storyteller, and a voice that reminds us that spirituality is not about escaping life, but about understanding it more deeply through love, through pain, through karma, through compassion, and the guidance of the Guru. In today's conversation, we will go beyond the pages of the Fakir. We'll explore the inner journey, the role of suffering in awakening, the meaning of surrender, and what it truly means to walk a spiritual path in today's world. So, wherever you're listening from, take a deep breath, quieten the noise around you for a little bit, and join us for a heartfelt conversation with Ruzbeh and Barucha. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to be with us here today.
honored and humbled to be invited and speak to you.
All right, so let's get the conversation started. So I feel like the central idea is that the human life is a journey of awakening, and that suffering, relationships, choices, and devotion are all tools for our own evolution. So I'm just curious, and so are the viewers, that before becoming a spiritual writer, who was Ruzbeh the Seeker
Uh, I was in a boarding school,
here today?
honored and humbled to be invited and speak to you.
All right, so let's get the conversation started. So I feel like the central idea is that the human life is a journey of awakening, and that suffering, relationships, choices, and devotion are all tools for our own evolution. So I'm just curious, and so are the viewers, that before becoming a spiritual writer, who was Ruzbeh the Seeker?
Uh, I was in a boarding school in Panchgani called Billimorias.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Was
I
it
was
named
very,
after General Billamoria or somebody else?
pardon, pardon me?
Was that school named after General Billamoria?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Uh, it was run by Bajor and Rustam Bilimoria, and it was started by their father, I think Navroji Bilimoria.
Okay. Okay.
So I think I was a handful, and wisdom prevailed on my family, and they kind of shipped me off to Panchgani at the age of 6.
Okay.
And I remember uh, I was very fascinated with, I'd seen a lot of boys and girls wearing those braces,
Hmm.
and I was very fascinated, and I uh, kept telling my family, I want braces, I want braces. So anyway, they were, shipping me off to a boarding school. So
Hmm.
they obliged with that. And when I was being dropped at the bus stop, which was then, it was a 8 hour, 6 to 8 hour drive to Panchgani from Mumbai.
Hmm.
For the first time, my mother told me, and my mother was the least money-minded person I have come across. I mean, absolutely. For the first time, she told me, Rusby, take care of these braces. They're very expensive.
Hmm.
And I said, okay. And I reached Panchgani, and very religiously, after 2 days, I'd lost the braces. And for the first time, I encountered something called guilt. Now, okay, for the first time, my mother has talked about something being expensive, and in 2 days' time, I lost it. So I remember it was in the night. We were in our dormitory. Everyone was sleeping. All the kids were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I knelt down
Mm-hmm.
and I said, God, wherever you are, please, please help me to get back the braces.
Oh my God, as a 6-year-old?
Yeah, as a 6-year-old. I just said, I remember this line. I said, God, wherever you are, please help
Right.
me to get the braces.
Mm-hmm.
And a voice within said, go to the changing room. There is cabinet with a mirror. Your braces are under the cabinet.
Wow.
So I went, I searched, there was nothing. So I again knelt and I said, what is this? You told me there are braces under the cabinet. There's no brace under the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Please give me a proper direction. I need to find the braces. And that voice said, will you please search properly?
Oh.
And, the cabinets have four legs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time, I searched properly near the legs and I found the brace. I found the braces. So that was my first, I mean, conscious uh, moment where I realized that there is something speaking to me. It's not my head.
Right.
But I never, obviously, I didn't think it was Baba, Sai Baba, or, God speaking. I just thought, everyone keeps talking about conscience, conscience. I said, maybe this is what the conscience does. It speaks to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, and around 4 years later,
Mm-hmm.
I was on a plateau called Tableland. Okay. Uh, and in Panchgani, when it rains, it pours. It can rain for days.
Right.
I mean, you got Chirapunji, which has got the highest rainfall in the country, and then you've got Mahabaleshwar Panchgani, which is the second highest.
Right.
And when it rains, you can actually see the rain coming towards you. Okay. And,
Mm-hmm.
like as kids, we used to try and run away from it. And then in half a minute, you can't see anything. It's a fog.
Wow.
And I remember we were playing football, and just before the fog entered, this boy kicked the ball towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the fog entered, and then you can't see anything. Okay. And I could hear the ball, you know, I could hear the sound of the ball moving ahead. And I started running after the ball.
Right.
And after a short while, this voice again said, stop, don't take a step. And I don't know why, I always listen to this voice. So I stopped. And then after around 5, 10 minutes, when the fog cleared, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was maybe 2 feet away from the edge of the plateau.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah. So, if that had happened, fortunately, none of us would have been speaking now.
Right.
Yeah. So
You were
what
meant
I'm
to be.
trying, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, if you ask me about when did the journey begin, these are the two incidences that come to mind.
Right.
And this continued, this continued, where on and off, I would get this voice telling me, do this, don't do this, go
Yes.
here, don't go here. And that's how I think, if you ask me, first memory, first remembrance of anything, yeah, this
Right.
is it. This is it.
Yeah, I personally am a big believer of that voice and the sixth sense because I'm very in my own life, I'm very driven by that sixth sense. And sometimes, people around me think that I'm crazy and I do things that are unconventional, but I really do feel like whatever we want to term that voice as is the driving force in my life as well. But I do want to hear a little bit more about your relationship with faith before Sai Baba, and then when, Sai Baba came into your life, in your perspective, what do you think a true guru actually does to a person?
See, I come from a family, both sides, father and mother's side, uh, who not only believed, truly believed,
Hmm.
but they had their own spiritual encounters. Okay. So for us, when we were growing up, we were seven siblings, cousins, staying with our maternal grandmother.
Right.
And when we were growing up, miracles was not such a big thing.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, my family talked about miracles, so yeah, it happened. Okay.
Yeah.
My uh, my maternal grandmother,
Hmm.
and my maternal grand aunt, they were born in Iran. They were born in Iran.
Okay.
They were born in a place called Nasirabad.
Hmm.
And they came here when my granny must have been 2 years old. And her father, that is my great grandfather, used to export dry fruits to India. He fell ill, so for treatment they had come here. Okay, and he passed away in India. And the shock made my grandmom's mom, my great grandmom, she went, I think, insane.
Oh my
First
God.
was losing her husband, and
Okay.
second was when she sent her son to close everything in Iran and come back. And he
Mm.
went on a steamer and he never touched Iran. So nobody knows what happened to him. So I
Oh my
think that,
God.
yeah, so I think the grief and the shock made my great grandmother, you know, kind of insane.
Right, right, right.
So, so both my grandmother and my great grand aunt were put up for adoption in two different homes.
Okay.
Okay. And they both have met Meher Baba.
Hmm.
They have played with the avatar. They have they were mediums themselves. My grandmother could actually see spirits. I mean, like how I can see you. She could see.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she told me this. She said that when she was around 15, she was already a mother by then,
Okay.
and she was cooking one day,
Hmm.
and she had a baby in her arm. And when she turned, she saw this spirit, grostic looking chap, and
Okay.
she nearly dropped her child.
Uh-huh.
So she prayed for around 9 to 11 months intensively that this power that she had go away. And in the end, it did go away.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So when she came to know that I had got into this,
Hmm.
I mean, she was really, really, I wouldn't say upset. I think she was heartbroken. I remember telling me, you have no idea what you've done.
Wow.
Yeah. So, uh, my dad's dad,
Hmm.
my paternal grandfather, He came from a very, very affluent family, exceedingly affluent.
Mm-hmm.
So every Friday, my grandfather's father
Mm-hmm.
and his wife would stand with a bag, a cloth bag, and there was money in the bag. And they had a bungalow in Marol or something. And
Okay.
there's to be a line of poor people. And the rule was this: till the money lasted, otherwise you came again next Friday to get help. And they would give those days 5 rupees,
Mm-hmm.
where a house used to run on 14 rupees a month in those days. Okay, so one day uh, the bag got empty and the people started dispersing, and there was a fakir standing there, and he approached my family, and he told them, give me money.
Mm-hmm.
So my great grandfather was a very calm man. He folded his hands and he said, come next Friday. And he started walking. The fakir kept insisting. And my great grandmom, she had a temper. So she told something to the fakir. And the fakir looked at her and he said, next time you see me, you'll be standing on this very road with all your whole house on the road. Okay. Anyway, a few years passed, and summer vacations, they'd gone to Burma.
Mm-hmm.
When they were in Burma, my great grandfather's two partners started borrowing money from the people, saying that, Bharucha Sahib has asked for money and he will give you so much interest. And those days, the word was enough. You didn't need any paper, you didn't need any document, you didn't need anything.
Yeah.
So when my great grandfathers and his family returned back to India, in 2, 3 days' time, he realized that his partners had run away,
Oh
and they had
boy.
run away with hard-earned money of rich middle class as well as poor people. So he came back home. He sat down with his wife and his two sons, and he said, "We have got two options. One option is I put my hands up and say, I did not borrow money from you. It was not me."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he said, there is no paperwork. There's nothing. So, I'm not even legally responsible for returning anything. But he said, if I do that, two things are going to happen. Countless families are going to come on the street. They'll be bankrupt. They'll be finished. And he said, our descendants will never be able to live with their head held high.
Mm-hmm.
So they sold everything, everything. And just little stuff they had, because from a huge bungalow, they were going to Mumbai Dadar and staying in a two-bedroom hall kitchen. Okay. So they had very little saman on the road, and across the street was the fakir standing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So uh, I have I have grown up with people who have experienced things, and uh, going to various places of worship was common. You went to a fire temple one day, church, dargah, temple, Gurudwara. It was not something unusual for any of us. Even our altar was a multi-star altar with all the deities there, all the deities there. And, so spirituality was not a big thing. It was how you're supposed to be.
Right.
And second thing which came across was that they all had lived a rough life. They all had gone through they lost their children, they had got bankrupt, everything that could happen to families had taken place. And yet they continued their prayers. The goddess God Guru was very much part of everyday life. It wasn't ever, okay, why did this happen? We do this so much of prayers, we help so, no, nothing like that. It was, okay, what's happening to us has got nothing to do with our goddess God Guru. It's got nothing to do with our faith. It's got nothing to do with our spirituality. This, what is happening, is karma initiated by our own free will sometime in some lifetime. So
Right.
nobody made a big deal out of it when life was giving them a walloping. Uh, they were
Right.
they were tough people. They were tough people. Tough, kind, compassionate. Yeah, they were they were what I would say truly spiritual without making a song and dance about it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people wear their spirituality as though they are doing the cosmos of favor, and it's a privilege to be in their space.
True.
Spirituality is about being a decent human being.
Hmm.
Spirituality is about practicing kind compassion,
Right.
but wise compassion.
Hmm.
Okay. Because just compassion and you are going to be rogered. People are going to take advantage of you.
Correct. Yeah.
So, wise compassion, which Baba had told me about. And then when I'd gone to a monastery in Arunachal Pradesh,
Hmm.
and they were chanting a particular mantra, Om Mani Padme Om. And I asked the Lama, what's the meaning of this mantra? And he looked at me and he said, very important for you. He pointed out, wise compassion.
Love that term, wise compassion. Never heard that before.
Yeah. And he said, not just compassion,
Yeah.
wise compassion. So the prayer means open the lotus of my heart to wise compassion.
Mhm.
Not just wisdom, because wisdom just alone gets you ego, and compassion just alone gets you bankrupt, alone, cheated, stabbed. Okay?
Yeah.
It has to be wise compassion. Yeah. So I think spirituality is that.
Beautiful.
It's about your goddess God Guru being involved in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
You wake
And
up
you're
with
doing the
them,
best you can and
yeah,
yet not being fooled. Yeah.
you wake up with them, you're eating food with them, yeah, you're doing everything with them.
Yeah, that's
They are
true.
not an entity in some faraway astral real estate. They are within us, and our sole purpose is to awaken them within us.
Yeah.
If you read any book on a spiritual master, they will say that our role is to make you a guru, okay? So that then you can go and spread light. The word guru means dispeller of darkness, guru.
Correct. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So, uh, so you ask me what's the role of a guru? The role of a guru is to make you one with him in every aspect till you reach liberation by merging with the primordial goddess, Parameswari Kali. Okay? No form, no shape, just radiance.
Beautiful.
So a guru's job is not to keep you for the rest of your life as a devotee or a shishya. That's not a guru's, that's not a true guru's role. A true guru makes you into a guru. You may not be, you may not dress up in saffron and start walking around,
Mm.
but awakens,
Yeah.
awakens you because we are sleeping. We are sleeping. And a person who wants to get awakened will get awakened like this. And a person who doesn't want to get awakened will
Yep.
just keep coming and coming and coming and getting deeper and deeper into that mire, that sinking sand
Hmm.
of countless wrong free will decisions.
Yep.
Okay.
That's so, yeah. So let me ask you this. Have you personally ever gone through a period of, I want to say, spiritual anger or emptiness?
I've tried to commit suicide twice. I think you should get the answer.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I've tried to commit suicide twice. Uh, so that should give you an answer of the void.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
that void. And it was there till few years back.
Yeah.
It was when the goddess, the Shakti, Ma Kali,
Hmm.
she kind of embraced me. And I realized that everything on one side, everything, and on the other side is just love for her. And you start loving, you just start loving. And it was with that love that that void has kind of gone. Okay. I think she taught me how to love even Baba properly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And see, you must understand one thing. So every book, every master says, Sabka Malik Ek, okay, there's
Mm.
only one, right?
Hmm.
So what does that mean? Actually, what does that mean? What does it
What?
mean? What does it mean that everything is comes from that one source? What does it mean? It means also that we also come from that one source.
Hmm. Yeah.
What Parameshwari Kali, or the goddess, the divine primordial goddess,
Mhm.
contains, we also contain the same thing in a phenomenally minuscule form because we are minuscule.
Right.
We are less than that one grain of sand on the beach.
Yeah.
But when our journey started, she is the great fire and we are the sparks that come out.
Mm.
We contained a drop of ocean water,
Hmm.
contains everything the ocean contains. Because in that drop of water is the ocean also. Okay. So our original self is what the masters say, divine.
Yeah.
And then we started using our great free will so phenomenally that we are having this interview. How? How? When you say bhav, love, I think love transcends prayers, mantras, kundalini, miracles, siddhis, riddhis, nidhis, everything. Just
Mm.
love. And then you have bhai, fear.
Hmm.
Okay. I feel truly saddened that most people have reached Goddess Guru because of bhai, fear, not because of bhav.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yep.
most of the times we are doing what we are doing because somebody is watching.
Yeah, fear is a very, very powerful emotion.
Yeah. And it's so sad that more people think of God because of fear than because of love.
Mm.
Why do
Yeah,
why do people change masters so often? Every few years a new master comes and suddenly everyone gravitates towards the master. Why do you think that?
because we feel like, okay, we're not getting what we're seeking from
Yeah,
this. Let me
yeah.
move on to something bigger and better.
And somebody will come and tell you, this master is there. उसने मेरा ये कर दिया.
Yeah.
And so, bhai and dhanda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah. You said it.
yeah, it's bhai and dhanda. वो
Hmm.
अपना spirituality है.
Yep. Fear and business.
Yeah, fear
Yeah.
and business is our spirituality.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sai Baba of Shirdi, 1 year before he took Mahasamadhi, stripped himself of stripped himself naked,
Mhm.
and he was mad with anger. Why? Because he said everyone comes with their pot turned upside down. Nobody wants what I want to give. I have got a treasury of what I want to give, but nobody comes for that.
Yeah.
Bhagwan Nityanand of Ganeshpuri. One day he was with his disciples and a satsang was going on, and then he announces that on so and so day I'm going to take Mahasamadhi.
Hmm.
So the disciples, the drama started. How will we live without you? Blah, 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 blah.
Hmm.
So he says, okay, get me one person who's walking my path. One person. I will not take Mahasamadhi now. They couldn't get one person.
Yeah.
So ये अपना spirituality है.
Hmm. If if you were to answer this question for the general masses like myself, right? Um, what's the best way to differentiate devotion from dependency?
I told you, devotion comes from pure love. There is no lena dena. There is no lena dena.
But today it's
There-
all about dependency, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
mindset
And
is that.
and you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Dependency is all right.
Yeah.
But where is the love? I
Yeah.
mean, we have every right to go to a parent and ask for stuff, ask for intervention, ask for protection, ask for money, blah 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 blah. We have every right. But where is the love?
Mhm. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
where is so I am not saying you should not have any lena dena with your goddess God Guru. No, no, we are children, we are human.
Hmm.
When a family member is sick and in pain, you are going to call out and say, hey, please do something, right?
Hmm.
Why not? Why not? But where is the love?
Yeah. Where is the love? Where is the intention? Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
if something happens to us or our loved ones or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if you truly love, it is not going to create any kind of ideological shift. It is not going to take you away from the master. It is going to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do nothing because that was never the main thing. It was always about love. That is why when, some mishap happens, some misfortune takes place, a catastrophe takes place, you will see 7 out of 10 people moving away from that goddess god guru.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They, I mean, we say, you let me down. I mean, we say that you've let me down. You let my faith down. These are the heavy duty words that we use.
Mm-hmm.
We, this insignificant, less than a maggot. Okay. So, yeah.
So what breaks first on the spiritual path? Is it the ego or the heart? And what has been the hardest lesson for you personally that you feel like the divine taught you?
Okay. So, if there is love, if there is love, then nothing needs to break. If there is love, that longing is going to make you mad.
Mhm.
That longing is going to make you feel as though you're walking in some tunnel and the world is dancing to some other music that you can't hear.
Mhm.
If you truly just love, then you don't need to go through fantastic metamorphoses or transformations. No. What they will do is they will make sure that nothing distracts you.
Mm.
So, okay, in his destiny, there's a lot of fame. This fame could, you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, when you come from love, your goddess god guru is going to, your karma is going to rub your nose to the ground. So, that is a complete different chapter. Okay. It's got nothing to do with goddess god guru.
Mm.
I am talking to you about the goddess god guru. You and I will go through a karmic journey. Like Sai Baba in channeling so often says, कर्म की भट कर्म की भट्टी से श्री राम न बच सके.
Right.
Okay, from the raging fires of karma, even Lord Rama could not escape,
Mhm.
and that's Lord Rama, who Lord Shiva says that on one side is the Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1008 names of Lord Vishnu, and on one side is Rama. Chant Rama 3 times. It is equivalent to the Vishnu Sahasranama, right? And look at the life Sri Ram lived.
Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking life. So first of all, understand that our goddess god Guru, the planets have no personal vendetta against us. So we are living and we are going through whatever we are going through because of our use of free will.
Mhm.
And the goddess god Guru is not going to interfere in the ramifications of that.
Right.
So when you asked about suffering, yeah, suffering, everyone suffers.
Mhm.
Everyone suffers. But is that because of some spiritual thing? May not be. It could be only plainly that you are going through your karmic journey. But if you're on the path of love, then they will make sure that you go through a particular fire to come out purer.
Right, which leads me to my next thought, which is how do we differentiate then between destiny and free will? And what is the difference between a spiritual experience and imagination? Because sometimes we're like, we hear things, we feel things, and then we're like, is it the divine talking to us, or is it a figment of our own imagination? Is this something that I'm destined to do, or does this account as free will?
Okay, so uh, let's start with the mental stuff first. I have a lot of people, they say they are talking to Krishnanji, they are talking to Rama, Shiva. I mean,
Right.
I have a lot of people. And why would I doubt? Why would I doubt them? It's another thing that though I've been channeling for 28 years, my first 23 to 24 years, I was kind of sure that nobody's coming through me. I was kind of sure that I'm just thokawing things. Okay.
Mm,
Why? Because why me? There is nothing special in me. And
right.
I don't say it out of some modesty. I'm being, very, very real.
Mhm.
Okay. There's nothing special in me that Baba comes through me. Okay. I've not seen him. I don't know whether he's talking to me or my mind is talking to me. I have no idea. Right. So, how do you know whether it is Baba talking or the mind talking? And remember, I've had thousands and thousands and thousands of families come and they've been given direction, right? My fear was, what if this is not Baba? What if this is just me?
Mm,
People are taking decisions based on what is coming through me.
yeah, that's a huge responsibility.
A mother comes and says that, you know what? The doctor has said surgery for my child, and here I'm telling that person, no, Baba says no. Do you know what that is? So, when I started this whole journey,
Mhm.
it started off as me writing a book on mediums called The Last Marathon, right? And when I used to go to interview mediums, they would tell me that Sai Baba Shirdi is standing near me. Yes,
Mm,
my family, both dad and mom's side, big, big lovers of Sai Baba. Big lovers of Sai Baba.
mhm.
Me, never really prayed to him. He was part of my life. Never really prayed to him. I remember when I used to come home from boarding school, on the wall there was an old Sai Baba calendar. Okay.
Mhm.
The calendar was of many years prior. But because the photograph was so beautiful, they had left it on the wall. And I remember everyone would go to sleep, and there was a night lamp burning, and the glow of the night lamp would fall on Baba's face.
Mhm.
And I would just look at him because I always had a problem of sleeping. So he was like my night go-to person. Okay, okay, now Baba is there. I'm looking at Baba. right?
Hmm.
So the first thing that, because I wanted to do a research on mediums, I said, let me see whether I too can channel. Is it true? Is it not? What is this whole channeling business?
Hmm.
And I remember the first message that came to me was, for 40 days, be only in the moment.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. When you're eating, just eat. When you're drinking, drink. Just be in the moment. No other thought, no other thought except what you're doing in the moment. I said, okay. And I realized after 1 hour's time, I got it. कि ये अपनी औकात से थोड़ा ऊपर है.
True that.
But because I really wanted to understand this whole channeling stuff, not because Baba came through, because I was sure it was not Baba. I was 1,000% sure it was not Baba. I said, it's just my mind. But I
Hmm.
said, okay, even if it's my mind, there is a sense to what this particular mind is talking.
Right.
So it took me 40 days.
Hmm.
And it was only after those 40 days when Baba allowed people to start coming to me.
Okay.
And I remember him telling me that, remember, you're not channeling only when you are channeling.
Hmm.
You have to keep your mind like a blank page so that whenever there is a need, wherever there is an emergency, it could be at 1 o'clock in the morning, somebody could phone you up and say something is wrong. On that blank sheet, only my writing has to come. Okay? And that is how this whole process started. And I yet do the same thing. I try my level best to be in that moment. Whether I'm happy, miserable, fighting, throwing a tantrum, praying, whatever. I try to be in the moment.
Yeah.
When a thought comes to me, Baba has said, don't encourage the thought, don't fight the thought, don't analyze, no postmortem, just come back to the moment. So you come back to the moment. Let the thought come 1,000 times, you come back to the moment 1,000 times. If you can't come back to the moment, you come back to a mantra. You can't come back to a mantra, read a book, watch a movie, call a friend, or do what we human beings do best, slander and gossip. I mean, we are fantastic in that.
That's so true.
Yeah, we love it. We love, but anyone gossiping about us becomes a very horrible human being.
Mhm.
But we continue day and night slandering and gossiping.
Yeah.
So you come back to the moment, you come back to your mantra, you come back to any fucking thing. Because if you give energy to this thought, it's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Our attention to the thought is actually making the thought more powerful than us after a point. Okay? So what do? You start starving.
Yep.
How do you starve him or her? By coming back to the moment, by not giving that thought energy. Let 1,000 thoughts come 1,000 times. Come back to your mantra. You will be chanting your mantra 1,000 into X number of times. So great.
Yeah.
That's that's why in Kali Yuga, नाम स्मरण से बड़ा कुछ नहीं है.
Mm. True.
When Ma Parvati asked Lord Shiva that, these kind of elaborative yagnas that are going on, how will they take place in Kali Yuga? People are not going to have the money. People are not even going to have the uh, ingredients required for these havans and yagnas.
Mhm.
So Lord Shiva says, no, in Kali Yuga, nothing is required. Nam Smaran is required. So you do Nam Smaran. So when a thought comes to you, if you can't be in the moment, then you come back to the Nam.
Mhm.
But focus on the Nam. Don't just rant it. Focus on it. Okay? When
Yeah,
you
I think
focus,
controlling the mind is the problem.
yes, yes. So life, I keep telling this to Meher that life is as simple or as complicated as you want to make it out to be. There is nothing that you cannot further complicate. And if you are hell bent on simplifying, there is nothing that you cannot simplify.
Right.
Our ego might not allow us to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
But
know,
sorry, finish your thought.
I truly believe this. Whoever is given this parable of the half, the glass half full or half empty, it's
Hmm.
not many people give it importance. But I truly think your attitude about life is my glass half full or half empty?
Yeah, 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 yep.
The
Attitude
day
really
the
matters, yeah.
the day you say, no, my glass is half full, trust me, your 90% of your issues are gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally struggle with the concept of prarabdha, karma, and I feel like karma
What's
has become it
what is the first word you used?
prarabdha.
What is that?
I think from the prior life, and
Acha, okay.
anything that we cannot explain or
Okay.
understand, very
Okay.
easily we chalk it up to karma. Oh, somebody is born with a terminal disease, must be karma. This is happening to that person, must be
Aarti,
karma.
Aarti, listen, I would rather be an atheist than believe in an unjust God. Okay.
Mhm.
I would drop off a hat, I would be an atheist.
Right,
If I felt even remotely that my creator is unjust, then I would not believe in a creator.
right.
Okay? You can't have an unjust God, then might as well, shut that door.
Hmm.
Then be an atheist. Say, I don't believe in anything. Whatever is there. And this is it. And for whatever reason, I'm living this fancy life, and I can see that handicapped child on the street 12 hours with somebody laying the child on the street and people throwing money on the street.
Hmm.
Then I would rather be an atheist. I will
Hmm.
not believe. I don't want to believe in an unjust God.
Right.
What for us to understand the larger scheme of things,
Hmm.
it is easier for us to be able to explain the colors of a rainbow to a blind person. I told you we are minuscule.
Hmm.
We want to understand infin- infiniteness, infinity. And because we can't understand it, we have a problem with things. I cannot explain you why people are suffering and why people are not suffering.
Mm.
But I know one thing. If, if I believe in Goddess God Guru, I cannot not believe in reincarnation and karma. Not possible. Not possible.
Do different nations also have karma? And that's
Oh,
why, for
yes.
example, yeah.
Yes, yes. Everything has karma. Everything has karma. America
Hmm.
is like beautiful looking car going downhill with the engine switched off and absolute phenomenal nut job behind the wheel. Okay. You're not seeing it because you're seeing the car and you're seeing the motion.
Hmm.
Rome, Persia, Egypt, India. I mean, where were they once and where are they now? And please, I'm not only talking about, I'm not just talking about the affluence. I'm talking about the quality of the mind prevalent.
Hmm.
Can you believe we are the same? We come from the same stock as the rishis and Mohenjo-daro and the beautiful temples that have been made which defy physics. And when you look around you and see the people, I feel those people have gone somewhere else. So it's not decline of a nation just in affluence, it's a decline of a nation in every aspect.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, with Mayan Baba's grace, again, there could be a turning point where the same nation which was wiped out for centuries has now suddenly again become.
Hmm.
So that's what I think.
Yeah. Uh, Insightful, and I am I want to be mindful and sensitive to your time as well, and I feel like, if Baba permits, we should definitely do a round two. But I do have one last question before we wrap up. And this is more like a more tactical question for our general listeners about some tools and tips, if you could provide in terms of some of the best, easier ways that'll help us protect our energy in difficult environments, difficult people, uh, that kind of a thing. Because I feel like we're all grappling through something or the other.
Okay, so first things first. Never fear black magic. Never fear, never fear the evil eye. Don't fear anything because fear opens a portal for
Mm.
larger things to come about. So don't fear.
Mm.
Okay. If there is faith, there cannot be fear. And if there is fear, there is no faith. These two things you need to understand. Okay. Practical tips should be very simple. Number one, uh, Every few hours, spend at least a little time going within and saying a short prayer every few hours.
Okay.
It could be, maybe if you're in a meeting or something, go to the bathroom, wash your face, just sit up, just stand and go within. Say a small chant, whoever you believe, whatever. Doesn't matter. But
So
go within.
grounding yourself every so
Yes.
often. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That is why all religions have 5 times prayers. It's not just Islam.
Mm.
If you stay near a Zoroastrian fire temple, you will hear the bells toll 5 times a day. Earlier, Aartis would take place 5 times a day. It's not about just Islam saying 5 times a day. All
Mm.
ancient religions say at least 5 times a day.
Mm.
Why? You are coming back home. You're coming back home. Come back home.
Right.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, when you are leaving your house, before you leave your house,
Hmm.
sit down at least for a few minutes. If you have an altar, better. Otherwise, wherever you can, sit down for a few minutes.
Hmm.
Communicate with your goddess, God, Guru. Okay. This is the plan of the day.
Mm. Okay.
Now you take me there and you decide what has to happen. And let's have a great time about it. Keep me closely in your embrace. These are affirmations not out of a technical thing because you really mean it.
Yeah.
We mean whenever we are asking anything about ourselves, now our focus comes into our prayer. Like if I have to tell someone chant 108 times this mantra and after that ask for what you want. Trust me, when you're chanting the 108 times, your mind will be all over the place. But the moment you have to ask anything about yourself, oh, your
Yeah.
focus comes back. Beautiful,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. So don't worry. You're asking about yourself only, no? Your focus will come.
Yeah. Yes.
Third thing, if you are going to get emotional, if you are going to get angry, if you are going to uh, get entangled, then your auric body starts opening up.
Hmm.
So they say holes start coming into the auric body. And through the holes, this pilferation takes place, this entry of negativity, nazar, evil, blah, blah, blah. So try and be centered, try and be calm. It's not only good for you spiritually, it is actually good to protect you.
Yeah.
When you come back, and especially if you've gone to a place where, you're not kind of too happy about somebody or the vibration, immediately come back home and
Mm.
have a rock salt water bath.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you're in India or if you can get neem leaves,
Mm.
then you wet neem leaves in boiling water, put a fistful of rock salt,
Mhm.
let it stew for a while, and then have a bath. If you're not going to wash your hair, just sprinkle water on your hair. This really cleanses the auric body. And then again, go back to your altar, ideally light a diya or a candle, and connect again. And thank your goddess, God Guru, for the beautiful day, for taking you out, bringing you back safe.
Yeah. No, this is very, very helpful. And I think something that our listeners will benefit from because it's simple, it's not overly
Yeah.
complicated.
Another
Um,
thing, Aarti, another thing, Aarti.
Mhm.
If you can spend at least 5 minutes getting sunlight,
Yeah.
very important. I mean, very, very important. You need to get the sun. It's always the sun. You need to get the sun. Very important. Yeah, we are five elemental. We are
Yeah.
five elemental. We need all those elements. And the last element is, they say, is ether. Okay, space. The last element is silence. In spiritual terms, ether is silence. Cultivate that ether, that silence, let that space throb, and you will understand how beautifully you're protected. Nazar is a real thing. I've had enough experiences of people trying, people
Yeah,
going to the
usually
shaman.
fear stems from real experiences more than
Yeah,
imagination. If something
yeah,
as happens,
yeah.
there's a saying called once bitten, twice shy.
So Nazar is a real thing. People going to graveyards and shamshans and doing stuff against you is a real thing.
Yep.
Uh, what is going to help you? Your calmness and your bhakti. Okay. So when you pray, I was just reading a bit of the Avastha. So there's the 101 names of Lord Avramasta. Okay. And below it's written, whosoever chants this, it'll be like 100 strong men have surrounded you to protect you.
Mm.
Every mantra, and the mantra, usually take just one mantra and keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. As time passes by, that mantra starts getting absorbed into a causal, astral, and physical body.
Mm.
The mantra starts getting jagrut. Okay? That's why you will hear people saying, नहीं ये 1.25 लाख करना है 1,25,000 times in 7 days 40 days blah blah
To
blah.
invoke the
What?
powers. Yes.
Yes, but
Yeah.
to evoke the power where? Now in you.
Mm.
To evoke the power for what? First to protect you.
Yeah.
The you know if we are not protected, then everything is downhill after that.
True.
Yeah,
True.
so first first your prayer is mainly the, what is your mantra doing first? First, I need to take care of this chap.
Mm.
Only then things are going to move forward, growth wise.
Hmm.
So, yes, and very important, don't overshare. Don't, oh, I'm very happy. Oh, this has happened. Oh, my
Yeah.
child is, don't.
I believe in that. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares a flying fuck.
Hmm.
Okay. In fact, they are unhappy in your happiness,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So don't. हो जाने दो. Let them come to know from someone else. How's life going? Going on. ठीक है, ups and downs. How's work going? Going on. Ups and downs. People like it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Who truly cares about your happiness?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, if you have one individual who truly cares about your happiness, you've lived a. Yeah, I mean, you're blessed.
True.
You're blessed. You're really blessed if you have one individual in your life for whom your well-being is as important as that individual's well-being, then you're blessed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was beautiful. It was fulfilling, not just to my ears, but to my soul. So thank you so much for your time, Ruzbeji. We definitely, as you said, as God wills or as the divine wills, we would like a subsequent session.
Sure.
and keep this heart-to-heart conversation ongoing.
Sure. Okay. Lots of love. Jai Baba.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Jai Baba.